Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Knife Chats with Tobias. Well, if you're thinking this video is a video on Swiss Army knives with a Hawaiian theme, you would be partially correct. I just got 2 new Swiss Army knives in, and one of them definitely has a Hawaiian theme, but the other one does not. I'm going to start with the one that does not have the Hawaiian theme, but is still pretty cool. So I'm on eBay searching under knife ending soonest, and this thing pops up, and well, it looks like a Swiss Army knife, does it not? And it was a nice shade of blue. I'll show you the other side in just a minute. The person did not list it as a Victorinox knife. He listed it because of what's on the other side. And I think if the word Victorinox would have been there, or if Swiss Army knife would have been there, this thing would have been going for a whole lot more than the 25 bucks that I paid for on it. But even for the 25 bucks, I would have paid 25 bucks for this knife anyway, simply because of right there, Mr. Peanut. And this is not, this is like a metal inlay. This is not just stamped on there. That is a nice metal inlay there of Mr. Peanut. And is that not cool? But I zoomed in on the pictures of the knife, and sure enough, as you can see right there, Victorinox, Switzerland, stainless, rostfrei. It's an actual Swiss Army knife, a classic, but not a classic SD, as you can tell here. It's got the regular nail cleaner tip there. It doesn't have the screwdriver tip going on, just the regular nail cleaner tip. I believe this knife is from like around the 1980s, maybe the 1990s. I don't know for certain. But man, it has never been used. Never been used. Pristine condition. Probably was in this slip like the entire time. Got the tweezers. I think this is the first time these tweezers have been pulled out of the handle. Same with the toothpick over here. You got a brand new pristine toothpick in here, and a knife that has never been used, and it's got Mr. Peanut on it. So this is like a really cool classic, well, Swiss Army classic, yeah. Dang near mint condition, and it's got the Mr. Peanut inlay. So really happy with this knife. And like I said, 25 bucks. $25 for a Mr. Peanut classic. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Should we? Yes, we will. Look at that. See that? Mr. Peanut. Okay, let's go on to the next knife. As you can see, I said I was going to be talking about Hawaiian knives, and well, it's another Victorinox Swiss Army knife with a Hawaiian theme going for it. Now, just to recap, this is the Classic SD from 2018. This is a limited edition that was put out by Victorinox, and you see there Aloha, what is that, cacao on the top, and you got the tiki dude there, and Hawai'i on the back side. Let's zoom in again. There we go, Hawai'i, and see Mr. Tiki there. And then this is the one from, this is the Classic SD from the Swiss Knife Shop. This new one I've got will also be coming from Swiss Knife Shop, but this is with the Tiki guys. I think they call it the Tiki one. This one I like better than the Hawai'i one. And then we'll zoom out again here. This was Tropical Shirt. This is the Spartan by them. There's also a limited, there is also a Tropical Shirt Classic SD. I have not picked that up yet, so that's not what you're going to see next. But this was really cool. It's got, this is the morning and then the evening Basically kind of the same views. Well, not really. Got the volcano in the background in both of them, but in any case, palm trees and everything else. And this was called the tropical shirt, but obviously it's and this is a Spartan. And the next one I have is a Spartan too, which was a big plus for it. So let's break out the latest, the newest one of my Hawaii themed Victorinoxes. Now, Swiss Knife Shop always does boxes. They don't put it on the clam packaging, which I really like. I'm glad they do the boxes, but all they do is a basic box. And this is the Luau Bear. This is one that just came out from them, and it's pretty cool. Notice now you're in the pinks and purples and everything. And once again, you have the palm tree in the background and everything. And if you see here, you got the their bear. That's what they have. The Swiss Knife Shop has this little cartoonish bear that they put on a lot of things, and he's doing that dance with the flaming torches on he's wearing the grass skirt and all that other stuff. He's got the lei around his neck, and he's out there by a beautiful ocean with all the pinks and purples and everything. And when you flip it over to the other side, you have him dancing with the hula girl once again on the purple beach with the palm trees and everything else. And yeah, this is basically your Spartan. So you've got your bottle opener, your can opener, small Phillips type screwdriver here. Yes, this can work as your Phillips driver. And then you've got your cap lifter screwdriver, wire stripper there. And then your main blade, your pin blade, your corkscrew, which is the reason I like it instead of a Phillips driver. I love the corkscrew on these things. Part of it is just the aesthetics. I think it looks better with the corkscrew, and to me, that's just, well, it's classic. And finally, your reamer with the sewing eye, or your sewing awl, whatever you want to call it. But there you go. And this is the third of the bear knives that I have from Swiss Knife Shop. They've got, I think, about 6 or 7 of them out now. I don't believe I'm going to get them all, but I had to grab this one. First of all, well, it's Hawaii. Next, it's a Spartan, so 2 pluses going for it. But just so you can see the other ones that I have so far, the very first bear knife that they put out was Bear Necessities, and that's what they bear on the camper. And you see he's got his tint on the back side here, and on the front side he's roasting marshmallows. And this knife was built on a camper, so you have the wood saw down the middle of what is basically a Spartan. And then the other one I have is a Good Catch, which is built on the fisherman. And so you have the bear in the canoe here, and then on the back side you have him on the shore fishing. So I bought this one in spite of having the can opener. In spite of having the Phillips on the back side. But this is the fisherman knife. So you've got the Phillips, you've got the hook, and you have the sewing awl with, or reamer with a sewing eye, whatever you want to call that thing. And then the other blade you have, besides the basic ones that you get in every knife, is the pair of scissors. And then the other thing you have on there is right here, the fish scaler hook remover with the 1-inch ruler on this side and the centimeter ruler on this side. So those are the other bear knives I have. I've got 3 of the bear knives now. I might get more of the bear knives in spite of many of them having a Phillips driver. What I like about what Swiss Knife Store does, or Swiss Knife Shop does, though, is with their bear knives, is if you notice, they have different scenes on each knife, and the scenes are a theme that kind of matches the knife. They have the Santa knife or Santa Bear knife. It's also on a Spartan. They're not afraid to put a cool scene on a knife and have a corkscrew on it. Unlike another company that I don't want to badmouth, but the only thing they do is put cool scenes on knives, and the only frame they will ever use is the Tinker, which to me is lazy. This is the way you should do it. You should choose a cool scene and made it up to a knife, and I think they do a really good job with that. Because come on, if you're at a luau, corkscrew makes a lot more sense at a luau than a Phillips driver. Plus, if you really, really needed the Phillips driver, you got one anyway. So there you go. Anyway, there you have it. My little bit of a rant about the Tinker being the knives that everyone uses as the specialty, except for Swiss Knife Shop, that's not afraid to reach out there. I think DLT does that too. They use other than just the Tinker on some of their special knives too. But anyway, there you have it. My latest Hawai'i knife, the Luau Bear, and we can't forget little old Mr. Peanut here. Yeah, you know what? Now they got to get a beer knife so I have something to do with my peanut knife. Anyway, let you go. Let me take just a second to thank you once again for dropping by and spending a few minutes here at Knife Chats with the Bias. I really do appreciate it, and I do appreciate any comments that you leave. So please remember to give me that thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you'll know when the next episode is up and running. Thanks again for dropping by. Really do appreciate your time here.